Hello and peace, peace to you. I hope you'll be peaceful to me. That is why I'm offering the banquet on the table. I even got batteries for the spirits that prefer batteries instead. Don't eat me, eat the batteries. Or at least, here, I'm going to take, X out that. There we go. I got rid of the advertisement. So maybe this will. Oh, look, I can see camera on camera on camera. That's kind of neat. Well, that sounded like a dinosaur roar, and instead the thing registered nonprofit. Wow, look at that. It's going almost into the red. So now why this machine would say nonprofit when I heard a dinosaur roar on it, I don't know. I don't know if the camera is catching the noises from this little phone down there, but yeah, and this thing isn't catching any forms, at least any human forms at all. It's not catching anything with a torso, two arms, two legs, a head, nothing like that. It's just, you know, I don't know if this thing would catch an octopus if an octopus popped up. I don't know if it would catch a circle if a circle popped up, but it's not catching anything that has anything, that humans have, which is two arms, two legs, a torso, and a head, you know. So how this can be catching something and this one isn't catching anything at all, I don't know. I mean, is if a dinosaur were to come through here, through some spectral range. Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't even realize that it had run out. So yeah, if a dinosaur were to come through here in some spectral range, oh god, damn ads. If some dinosaur were to come through here in some spectral range, which is what I heard on this thing, which is now playing an ad, would this, and it won't let me X out. There we go. Yeah. So I heard a dinosaur roar on this thing, and it said nonprofit, doesn't make sense. But this thing didn't show anything at all. So would this show like a dog walking through? Would this show a cat walking through? Does it even pick up like cats, dogs, mice, gerbils, maybe a fly, I mean, something, a butterfly, a fairy, you know? I don't know. I mean, it's not catching anything at all when this thing is catching quite a lot. So I don't know what to make of it. So the visuals aren't lining up with the auditory. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this off now. I'm glad that I'm not catching anything. I got to tell you, because I got to live here. I don't want to be catching anything. I'm exceedingly glad that this is not catching anything. This one down here, the noises that I'm getting are absolutely. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna stop this one for the moment. There we go. This one, I don't know. I'll turn it up a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it. And what I suspect this one is doing is that it's catching radio frequency airwaves. Yeah, paint, nonprofit. I even had retirement on here, and mortgages. And so I'm guessing that this one is actually picking up someone's spoken word over some type of airwaves rather than any actual ghosts, which is why it would have what it has. So, and I said I was going to give you the list. So here we go. This is the list. And let me see. You can see Okay, when I started today, before I did the whole thing, it said, let me see. Yeah, 8:20, 8:20. Wow, it said a lot. I didn't know that. No way. So it said a lot. I didn't even see that. So it said obligation, mitten, interest, weeps, restriction, pass. And I'm not looking at the time codes here. So what did it started with obligation. So it said obligation at 1:43, and at 1:43 it said mitten, and at 3 minutes later at 1:46 it said interest, and then at 1 minute later it said weeps. 1 minute at the exact same time it said restriction. At the exact same time it said pass. So that's interesting. That looks ghostly to me. I'm sorry, it does, especially what I've learned about the afterlife. So then suddenly out of the blue, it said 151, it said racism. And then 155, it said bet. And then 156, it said Ilana. 156, it said Thanksgiving. So this is when I was starting the whole thing. Especially after I said the words, it suddenly said Thanksgiving. And then suddenly, after that, it said lower, and it stayed on lower till at 159. So at 2:03, it suddenly said grandmother, so that was nice. 2:04, it said affair. 2:04, it said alarm. So at the same minute, it said affair and alarm. 2:05, it said smoke. So maybe I was lighting the incense then, or about to. 2:05, it said important. 2:27, it said hungry. 2:27, it said cold. So it stayed on important until I came back in here. And then it said 2:28, it said frustration. So did you hear that? That freaked me out. 2:29, it said he bad. That's creepy. 2:29, it said create. 2:29, it said Russian. Now that made me think that it was picking up on a TV show. Said 2:31, it said in. Anyway, yeah, so it said 2:28 frustration, 2:29 said he bad, 2:29 the exact same time it said create, 2:29 the exact same time it said Russian, 2:31 it said in, 2:33 it said temperature, and then it stayed on that, I think, until I came back into the room. I don't know. But then at 2:35 it said glass, 2:35 it said hello, glass and then hello, 2:37 it said nonprofit, 2:40 it said paint. And the reason I'm reading this out loud is for anyone, for the sight impaired, actually. So, yeah, there you go. And I'm sorry for those who can see well enough. I'm sorry about the shaky hands. I'm sorry about all that. But this is the weird stuff that I'm picking up, you know? So I don't know what to think. I'm going to go back. It says wrong. That's interesting. I wonder, and a lot of times it'll pick up words when I'm looking at the list, and suddenly, yeah, look at that. Suddenly it says 242, they said past. 243, it said homeland. 243, it said happy. 244, it said wrong. So I don't know what to think about any of this. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close up this whole thing, this whole session. So yeah, that's it. That's it. And just to show you, let me see here. Just to show you, come on. So this is the app I was using, Ghost Hunting Tools. See, it's blue and it has a great big handprint, like that. So that's what we got. That's what we got. So that works pretty well. That I use that one almost all the time when I do use it. But